The Bible says in Daniel chapter number 11 verse number 52 that the people that do know their God shall be strong, and they shall do great exploits. The Bible means that the people that already know their God at the time of crisis shall be strong, and they shall do great exploits. But you see, a lot of times we tend to wait for the time when the crisis actually hits home. Then that's when we want to do an investigation into who God is. We tend to desire to mock at God when the crisis has arrived. And you see, there are certain cases that will not grant you the privilege to mock at God. That is why you have to look for God in the day seasons. The Bible talks about us having to learn from ants. I think it's Proverbs chapter number 6, that there are lessons we're supposed to draw from ants. And one of the lessons is that the ants, during summer season, they gather food for winter, because they know that winter, food is gonna be rare. So they do an investigation into the places where they ought to find food, and they gather food for the seasons where food will not be found, because they know that during winter, you see, the hunger that will be there will not be quenched, because the season will not grant them the privilege to find food. So the same thing happens to people who desire to only know God or desire to seek God when the crisis has hit home. You need to create time in your time of jubilation, in your time of celebration. Allocate time for God, because cases are different, and there are some that will strike which will not give you the privilege to look for God. So right now, when things are still good, things are still smooth, know your God. Because the Bible says the only people that shall be counted as victors and victorious in the times where things will be rough is them that at that particular time already know their God. They have developed a relationship with God, so they're not trying to do testings and trials and errors. You see, trials and errors are not always good. No. Certain situations will not allow you to try, and you see, the error that will come from trying at that particular time of testing when you are under pressure will not allow you to try again. So pay the price right now to look for God. Look for God, and when you find Him, the Bible says there shall be a reward, and your expectation shall not be cut off. You see, your expectation shall not be cut off means that it will not only end in the time of jubilation and celebration, but it will also it will also be found in your times of trials and tribulation. That thing that you expected, that reward that you got in your time of jubilation, will carry over.